This is yet another budget phone from Poco, the M5, and it has the starting early bird price of €169 in the EU. The phone sports quite a familiar design, but a standout feature here is this textured faux leather backplate, which I found to be quite nice to the touch. The entire body is made of plastic, but the build quality and the look and feel of the phone are pretty good. Even though it's a budget device, it feels that it's built to last. One of the highlights, a 50 megapixels main camera that is paired up with a 2 megapixels depth and a 2 megapixels macro shooter. The downside, there is no wide-angle camera. On the front, we have a 5 megapixel snapper. I found the 90Hz LCD display to be pretty good for a budget phone. However, 500 nits of brightness are simply not enough for outdoor use. You can barely see the screen. Besides, viewing angles could be better. The M5 weighs 201 grams and is 8.9 millimeters thick to house a 5000 mAh battery that will usually last you for a few days or up to 21 hours of video playback time. In the retail box, you get a 22.5 watts charger, but the phone can be charged at just 18 watts speed. That translates to about 2 hours and 40 minutes from 0 to full. The side-mounted fingerprint reader is fast and accurate. There is a headphone jack, an IR blaster, FM radio, NFC, a dual SIM and a dedicated micro SD card slot, USB Type-C port for charging, and a single bottom firing speaker that, for the price of the phone, sounds very good. Here's a quick sample. One of the key selling points of the Poco M5, a very capable MediaTek Helio G99 CPU. My unit also has 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. This combo of specs translates into a pretty smooth UI performance, and you get all the usual Xiaomi or Poco customization options that are built into the Android 12-based MIUI 13. Gaming performance is very good for a budget device. You'll be able to play most of the 3D games without any issues. For instance, PUBG, Call of Duty, and even Genshin Impact run without any issues. Obviously, you won't be able to set the highest graphics settings and the visuals won't look as good as on more expensive phones, but overall, the M5 is definitely a capable budget gaming device. For a budget phone, the main camera can take pretty good photos in good light. However, HDR mode can sometimes take images that look a little bit cartoonish. A 50 megapixels mode is very useful for cropping images in post, and I like the overall quality. The macro shots do not impress just like on any other budget phone, but a dedicated depth sensor allows you to take some decent looking portraits. In low light, the overall quality is okay, but most of the images could definitely be sharper. A typical budget phone performance. Selfies look pretty good, but the selfie portrait mode brings quite a few artifacts around the edges. Stick to the standard mode to avoid that. 1080p 30fps is the maximum video recording resolution. Xiaomi has been known for having one of the most stable video, but it is not the case with the Poco M5. The video looks bad and very shaky when shot handheld. 1080p 30fps selfie video quality is mediocre. Same can be said about the audio quality. Here is a quick sample. Poco M5. This is handheld video. Right now I'm holding the phone in two hands just to add a little bit of stability, but no other stabilization tools are used. Overall, the Poco M5 is not perfect just like all budget phones. Despite some trade-offs, it is still one of the best cheap phones you can buy, even though it faces tough competition from the Xiaomi and Poco themselves. It is not the only budget phone on the market, but if you are going to buy it, you can rest assured that you'll get a great bang for the buck. What do you think about the Poco M5? Would you buy this device or would you choose another option at a similar price point? As always, like the video if you liked it, please ask me any questions in the comment section down below, and as always, it was Linus, thank you for watching and see you soon.